Woohoo! The first special edition coffee chat was this morning and it went great. We played with InSpace with Mike Springer from InSpace. Thank you so much, Mike, for dancing in space with us. You did an amazing job. Mike is such a pro. This was a really neat tool to explore because you can do a lot with it. It's got a lot of movement to it. You can move your camera around on the screen, and there's this proximity feature. So if you're close to someone, you can talk to them, or if you're in the same breakout room, and then as soon as you move away, you will lose the audio. So there's a proximity feature that almost mimics like being in person. And we were doing some really fun energizers too, where Mike said, follow me into the lake, follow me up into the mountain. You can change the background. So just imagine if you put a spectrum, a scale from 1 to 5 as your background and said, okay, if you're a vegan, go to the left. If you're a meat eater, go to the right. And you can facilitate a conversation about personality and preferences and things like that. So there's a lot of possibilities with this tool, which is why I think it's super neat. And it's also really cool to be a part of a tool that's changing all the time, growing all the time, witnessing its startup stage. So love to have Mike back from InSpace and share some more of the features. Again, some of the things that I really like that Mike showed us how to do was while everyone was in breakouts, he hung out in the middle of the space and occasionally would broadcast messages to the full group, which mirrors what a facilitator would do if they were in the room. He showed us how to kind of read the room. So when you're speaking in InSpace, it's got a little circle, so you can kind of get a visual cue for who's talking, who's not. So there's like a reading the room visual to this, which is really cool. When we first started this session, we actually self-organized into a circle and did intros that way. And I think one of the comments was, oh, it feels so good to be in this circle again, as opposed to lots of windows. So that was really neat. And just has a lot more movement in general, which I really love. One of the things that Mike said was, isn't it nice to get up and move around? And of course, we were just moving around our cameras on screen, but still that was just such a nice way to bring movement and dance, if you will, in the space. InSpace. So we had some fun with this tool. Right now it can support up to 50 people with 10 breakout groups. He said the pricing was about $30 a month, and they are continuing to improve this tool over time. So if you were in the session, please find the Facebook group where I asked you to share one thing you learned in the comments. You can go back to that. And we'll try to have Mike or someone else from InSpace back later and just get the updates on where this tool is at, because I think it is definitely one to watch. I hope that you will join us for another coffee chat next week, March 19th. It's not a special edition, but I'd love to start the conversation about hybrid meetings and see what your all's thoughts are, maybe do some brainstorming. There will be no coffee chat on March 26th. However, on April 2nd, I'm going to have a secret guest joining us. I'm not going to tell you who it is, and it's not Brian. So April 2nd. The next special edition is going to be on April 9th, and that one is going to be on Miro. So if you, like me, have been resistant to learning Miro because I've just gotten so used to Mural, this is for you. I'm breaking down just what I think are the essential facilitators tools in Miro. In some ways, it may be better for certain meetings or certain participants, so why not just have it in your back pocket? Okay, everybody, thank you for watching, and I'll see you another week.